Welcome, my friends. So we are still continuing the After Effects crash course for beginners. So currently on the last video we learned how you can actually something about pre-composition. Okay, so I want us to focus on now is what is called a basic animation. So we are going to learn something about keyframing. Okay, so let me just create a new composition here. I'll name it everything. Okay, so let me just create a layer, a text layer, and do something, write something like T here. Okay, so I've created a layer composition, and then there is a text layer in it, which is this particular T. So what I want to do is to drag this anchor point to the center. Perfect. Okay, so what I want to do is that I want to animate this text here. Let me bring it to the left side. I want to animate it so that it will be able to move from here to the right side. Okay, so how we do that is that you go to the terminal panel. Okay, and then when you will see that when you click on any array here, there is a transform what and drop down arrow here. Okay, so transform is actually how we actually we animate this guy, like moving of this guy and then changing its position and rotating this particular object here. Okay, so if you look at the positions here, you can see we have the position distance where you can actually change the position. As you can see, it is actually going down. If I go horizontally, you can see it's going left, and then it is going right again. Okay, so position is actually how you change the position of what this guy here. Okay, so let's see how we can actually do the position here. So to animate this guy here, okay, based on its position, if you look at this, we have this time hot value keyframe icon here. So when you click on it, okay, there will be a time of something called time value. So to create a keyframe where you can use it to animate this object. So if I click on it right now, you can see that a starting keyframe has been created here. Okay, and take a look. If I drag this guy here, okay, and I click on this T here and then drag it, you can see there's some white red line there. Okay, so this is telling me where I'm animating, changing the position of this guy to. Okay, so from you can see that I've gotten another keyframe here. You can see it much better here. Okay, so you can see that from here to here I've gotten two keyframe. So from inside here, what am I doing? I'm animating this guy from here. I'm changing its position from here to here. Okay, let me just spray it by hitting the, let me go back, let me just spray it by clicking the enter key for you to see, or the space bar key for you to see. You can see that I'm changing it's animating automatically. Great. So that's how we animate we animate an object position in After Effects. Okay, there's way more down to it. Then we have the graph editor here. If you click on it, you can see how the animation actually works. Okay, if you click on it, and then you can see that the position of the animation isn't constant, right? At first you can see it is, when it's got here, the speed of the animation, the speed is actually the same, but the item is actually what the object was going up a little bit down here. You can see it's correct. Alright, so there's one thing I also want to show you. For example, let's say if you want to animate this item to go like upwards and then come downwards here, you will try and do something like creating a new keyframe here, like we will try and then create a new keyframe here. and then come back and then create another one here. This is what you will do, and then come back and then create another one here, and then create another one here. Alright, this is totally fine, but I can see I've gotten a lot of anchor points. It doesn't make sense. I just only need to. Okay, so what you can do is that we'll just clear everything, and then I want to resize this guy here so that they all match perfectly. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to select the two keyframes here, and then right click on it, and then go to keyframe interpolation. Now if you go to keyframe interpolation, you can see that we have gotten a temporal interpolation, which they give you a couple of options: Bezier, linear, and linear is basically when you are navigating on a horizontal or straight horizontal line, and Bezier is where maybe you are going to get an arc where your object maybe moving like in this direction. Okay, so if I select the Bezier like this, you can see, let me see, if I select both two and then keyframe interpolation, choose Bezier, you can see let me see, let me see, or I rather need to change the top one. Alright, so you can see I've gotten some kind of arc here where I can actually use it. Okay, so you can see now the item is being navigated very nicely. Okay, something like this. Okay, but I think we can actually let me see, continuous Bezier. Alright, that's cool. So that's the basic how you can actually animate it. Okay, so if you put strength it upwards, you can see I've gotten that arc there where you can actually make it. Let me just bring it to this side, and then now you can click on this to actually change the interpretation of it, as well as this one too. Perfect. Okay, let me bring this one aside here. Now if you take a look, okay, let's just decorate. Let's kind of navigate to create a center navigation among them, and then take it here again, and then bring it to the side. Now with this I'm going to create a keyframe interpolation so that it will look, you can see it is linear, so that I can adjust it to form a circle here. Alright, now if I go back like this and if I pray, you can see it's kind of trying to navigate backwards and then going, and then we got stuck somewhere here. Okay, couldn't reach where the previous distance is. So what I want to do is to make sure this guy here reaches here perfectly, and then on this I'm going to increase the size here and then increase this one too. Let me adjust this one a little bit. You can see the circle there, right? So that's how it is going to animate. It is just starting from here, going all the way around here and then back to its actual destination. So let's try it and see. You can see going up all the way, coming downwards, and then it's back to its destination, right? So that's good. So there's one thing so I also want to see. If you take a look at it, you can see that the speed is actually constant. Okay, so what you can do is that you can select all the keyframes and then click on keyframe assistance and then click on ease in, right? So when the item is starting, it will lower its speed and then increase it, and then click on it again and then go to keyframe assistant and then easy ease out. Easy ease out, that's when the item is about to land on it. It's land on its actual destination. It's going to slow down before it land. Okay, so let's try it and see. The speed is slow, now it's increasing. You can see it's getting increased and then it gets increased and landed on its face again. So that's perfect. So actually that's how you go with reanimate an item in how do you call it. That's the beginning of keyframe. Just keep playing around with it and then you will pick up everything. Okay, so thanks for watching, and then I will see you in the next video. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe to the channel, and if you have any issues too, let me know. Okay, thanks for watching. You are welcome.